Okay, so for week 8, there's 2 things I want you to try. And really, in this one, there's more than one step. And I already talked about this at the end of the last code along, so I'll just kind of go over it. And I'm going to show you what my output's going to look like, what I will cover in week 9 attendance. Okay, so of course, copy over week 7, 8 into your public. The last video I mentioned, right? So fix the table heading showing up on the delete, right? So when you hit delete operation, and if you have, and I should say, if you hit delete and you have no more objects in your array, I should qualify that. Here's your hint, write conditional code for when to create headings and when not to, or reverse that, create headings. And what condition would you not create headings? Key there. So see if you can get the U, right, or what we've called the edit, to populate the existing form with the object values that the user has already entered. I'll show you what I mean by that. And I've given you a hint. I gave this at the last one, right? You can, here's how you reference. By the way, this is not the entire, but this is a hint. There's more you would need to add to this to get that to work, right? But you have to reference the form, right? Yeah, but you have to have that inside the module. How would you do that? There's a couple ways, right? If you get the form updated, then what do you do when the user hits submit? Okay. If you don't get it working, document what you tried for full points. Okay. Okay. So here's my working output. So first let's look at, right, so if I just had one entry and I hit delete, boom, the heading still shows up. So this is the first one I want you to attempt to fix. DevTools is your friend here, okay? So then the other one would be as if you have, now let's look at the edit and I'll just show you how, again, this is a hack. Hacks are good to code, but they're not good for production. What you're about to see, I would never roll into production, but for a class like this, it works fine. So I have 1, and then I have Jan, Jones, right? I have 2. Okay. So in this case, whenever I hit edit on either one, okay, let's go here. Oh, notice what it did, right? It then took the items, and then I'm going to show you. In this case, I can, right? When I hit submit, boom, it then renders back. Okay, doesn't matter which one I do. I could just submit it again. It'll keep the same values. It's a hack, but it's fun to do a hack, and it's not a lot of code. Honestly, it's like 5 lines of code to do that. But for our, and here's the other thing I would say, once I finished week 9, this would be pretty much the level of code you would have when you ultimately finish your dev work for this class. I'll talk about this in week 9, but we'll take it step by step. You won't have this all in one project. You'll build it through those series of submissions. I'll talk more about that. But I hope this helps you. Again, I could delete one. That would still render that fine, but that creates the second problem. So give that a try, right? Attempt with my week 8. I added this to it before I review other students' code, right? Right, and then tell us if you need help, right? On an issue. This is nothing different than I've posted before. Make sure you give us the URL, right? And do 2 substantive replies from reviewing your students. Should be code. I can't believe I haven't updated that before now. All right, I hope you have fun with this. I'm going to go do attendance so I can open this one up.